Okay, lads, you've had your instructions in the changing rooms. You know what I expect.
With him in Carlos Oliveira and Fernando Sosa, former Argentinian champions, and they are just as confident as their fighter. Kelly with those Olympic rings tattooed on the left-hand side of his torso there. We know the pedigree he had as an amateur, but that is in the past now. Fires the right hand there, Kelly. Missed and then went straight into a left hand to the body. And one thing you notice about him when you're up close and just a few feet away, Dave, is that 11 stone definitely suits him. He looks very, very well.
Yeah, he looks very big. He really does. One thing that Bastida will notice straight away is the speed. It's all right watching on TV and looking at footage of people. When you get in the ring, and then that's when you get to realise the timing, the speed. And you know, this is where everyone thinks that's a nice uppercut Kelly just picked out there. Where you look at somebody who's been beaten inside the distance, and so you think you've got an air of vulnerability about him. You've got to remember what level he was beaten at. David Avanesian is a very, very good fighter.
Bastida just trying to get close. That's a very valid point, of course, but it won't stop fighters who go in with Kelly now feeling that if they can take him into the second half, that they can get to him.
Yeah, of course.
That's what will be in their mind.
But you've got to be at that level. Again, that's 2 uppercuts he's landed already in round 1. You've got to be at that level where you can make him work and you can take him out of his comfort zone.
Firing the jab there, Kelly, creeping in with that front foot. And the uppercut is always going to be a candidate for someone like Bastida, who does tend to fall in a bit, particularly behind his right hand. If you can make him fall short, then as he stumbles in, bring him onto that right, then you could be in business. Left hand on the inside there from Kelly, and he felt that one, Bastida.
He falls in, he leans in. He's made for a counter puncher. He's made for a sharpshooter like Josh Kelly.
The physical difference between the two of them is striking, given that Bastida has been boxing at middleweight for a good spell. As I said, he hasn't really filled middleweight out. But if you were asked to guess who'd been at middle and was coming down, you'd say it was Kelly, not Bastida.
Yeah. Good shots.
That's it.
Yeah, that's the fight that I'd love to see. Absolute barn burner that'll be. The atmosphere will be electric.
So into the second. Kelly with a nice sharp start in the first round. Bastida got caught with a couple, but actually on reflection, on balance, took them pretty well.
It took them well. That cockiness that we saw prior to the first bell, that's soon gone. He realizes this is a real fight. Not quite as easy as what he thought. And like I said, this is Kelly's pace.
Trying to lead off with the uppercut there, Kelly. The head's almost coming together on the inside.
Yeah. I thought the heads did clash then.
Got that wide stance, Kelly. Always on you with that front foot. That's the benefit of it. It means your lead front, your left foot is on top of your opponent. It gives the illusion at times that you're closer than you actually are. And then Bastida maybe will lead off. Kelly can just pull that weight back, pull that head back, and you fall short. Bastida with the high guard. A little bit hesitant there as he looked to try and move in behind the jab.
That's a good jab from Pelea. Heavy jab. You see, the more that Bastida's missing, the more hesitant he's going to get, and then when he does throw, it's almost like pressing a panic button, and then he's out of shape and he leaves himself vulnerable for a counter, and that's what Kelly's trying to get him to do.
Solid looking left hand, but it's taken mainly on the right glove there by Bastida.
This is where Bastida needs to be digging downstairs.
A bit of a standoff between these two at the minute. Neither one really wanting to commit. Eventually it's Kelly who steps in with a jab which slides over the shoulder of Bastida.
It's always hot in the mouth whenever a heads come close like that.
Kelly just dipping those knees, trying to spring up with the jab. Bastida ended up on top of him. Look for the uppercut there, Kelly, but Bastida just squeezed it out, kept those elbows together.
Better from Bastida, better defence. He's caught him with a couple of left hooks underneath this round so far. He's just not got fast reactions. So even when Kelly misses, he's not able to pull the trigger and make him pay for it.
Nice solid jab there from Kelly.
See there, Bastida looks as though he's getting frustrated now. Just stop headhunting, just hit the shoulders, hit the arms, hit the body. As long as he's touching something, he'll build it. Oh, that's a good shot.
Good right hand from Kelly. It did land. Bastida again took it okay though. He was just weaving away out of range there. I'm not sure how much was left on that shot by the time it landed. Let's go with a big haymaker there. Bastida, he can throw a good right hand when he's got his balance. He chops down with it a little bit and he can throw it effectively. When he's gung-ho with it like he was there, it's much less effective. He just tends to pull off the punch, basically. Good reflexes from Kelly, landed a right hand on the inside, but Bastida standing with him, having a little bit of joy there himself too, but some eye-catching stuff from Kelly.
But again, while Bastida's in range with his feet, he should be going downstairs, invest downstairs. So we know Kelly's got the fast reactions.
As I say, Bastida at the end of the round there, he was keen to continue things. I've enjoyed being around him this week. It's always important when you've got a fighter who comes in from overseas to spend a bit of time with them. You see them around the hotel, you get a sense of what they're about, you catch them in some unguarded moments. And that's what tells you whether the confidence is real or whether it's for show, whether it's an act they put on in front of the cameras or whether they're genuinely relaxed and relishing the opportunity. Right hand there from Kelly. Bastida is looking to come forward now and be more aggressive, and this is more what we expected. Little up jab there from Kelly, then nice head movement.
Bastida's got to make Kelly work. If they've come into this with a plan that they believe that in the second half of the fight Kelly's going to run out of gas and get tired, they can't allow him to box at his own pace, because then if you're boxing at your own pace, you can keep that going all day long. You need to be taken out of that pace, you need to be taken out of your comfort zone.
Referee just telling both of them to tidy things up on the inside a bit. He steps in there and looks for that long right hand to the body for Bastida. Kelly finds a touch of room on the inside, lands his right, then down to the body, and just walking him back to the ropes. To southpaw, Bastida. Back to orthodox now, but have a little bit of success there.
But he's cranking it up a little bit. He's making Kelly do something. He's making the tempo go up a little bit. He's got to learn from his stablemate there when he's shouting, stop boxing, get your hands up. Don't take that. You've just seen what happened with Aaron Eubank. You can't just stop and look at the referee. I'd like to see Kelly use his jab more. I know he's looking for counters and everything, but he's got a good jab. He should be using it more.
Bastida just creeping in. Flicked up that left and then looked for a expansive looking right off the back of it, right up above us. A couple of feet out from the ropes, 30 seconds remaining in round 4.
You see how he's waiting so long for the jab? He's allowing Bastida to get into the fight. He's having success in the fight. What is it? In arms, shoulders, and gloves. He's mentally for himself, from a man that's not been landing anything, that was getting frustrated in the earlier rounds. Now he's feeling like he's always warming into the fight, and that's a dangerous thing to do.
So into the 5th is scheduled for 10. The WBO International Super Welterweight title on the line. Josh Kelly in the red and white of Sunderland, Lucas Bastida in the white and gold, and Bastida swinging that big right hand. And as you say, in the previous round, most of what he threw hit forearms, hit gloves, hit shoulders, but it does still encourage a fighter to feel something on the end of their gloved fist, which didn't happen too much for him in the previous rounds, but maybe this is what Kelly will want. Bastida opens up a bit more, it might give him some more opportunities himself.
That's a better jab. That's what I'm saying. He's got a lovely jab when he uses it.
Brought Bastida onto a nice right hand there, Kelly.
Knocks him off balance, breaks his rhythm, stops him from being able to set his feet.
Landed another solid looking right, not that one, the one before.
See, that's disheartening. You know when you get nailed with a jab like that, it's disheartening.
He's gone southpaw again here, Bastida. Something he's tried out briefly before.
Looks like he's got a big nosebleed, I think.
Yeah, there's some blood coming from that nose. Kelly just waving that lead glove. Bobbing it up and down. Looked to wind up with the right hand as Lee's foot just went from underneath him slightly.
¿Qué tal, mis amigos de Boxeo Maravilla? Disculpen, no podía arreglar el micrófono. Estamos en el 5º round en Newcastle, en donde Lucas tiene un problema de que el inglés se lo ve muy veloz y tiene problema con esa primera mano izquierda que mete en punta el inglés y que combina a su vez. Pero el argentino sigue yendo buscando su mano. Vamos a tener fe en el trabajo de Lucas Bastida. Un saludo al Guerrero, al Pollero Bonelli, a Mística, a Hernán, que se acaba de conectar, haciéndole el aguante al muchacho de Mar del Plata.
Kelly just backing up towards that red corner, inviting Bastida in, who slaps him around the back almost with that right hand. He's got more into things than the last couple. Again, reaching, looking for that right hand to the body. Bastida, good, solid jab there again from Kelly. Right hand was maybe a touch around the back of the head there from Bastida, but the referee didn't have anything to say about it. Messy first minute of round 6. Bastida looking to hold on a little bit. Kelly pushing him off with the heel of the glove, and the referee having a pretty stern word with him about that. That could be his final warning there, maybe. He could have been saying, Ron, could he there, do that one more time and I might take a point. Left hand there from Kelly, and that seemed to have an effect on Bastida. Couldn't see exactly how cleanly it landed, but there's just the odd kind of distress signal from Bastida at the minute.
I think he's getting very frustrated and disheartened. He's not getting anything off. Kelly's still top shot, he's still looking for a one big counter.
There's that solid jab again, just shudders the features of Bastida as he tries to just creep forward. The left hand, and down he went. No knockdown. Swung himself off balance there. We've seen him do 10 against Ray Robinson at Madison Square Garden. Josh Kelly, a fight where he built up a healthy lead by halfway and then tied down the stretch, and Robinson came back into it to get a draw. He did 10 against Przemysław Runovsky a little while back, and everybody always wants a stoppage. It might not be the worst thing in the world if he gets 10 rounds in the tank tonight, Dave.
No, not at all. I mean, he's had a long period out of the ring. Come back with an easy win, and this is testing him a little bit more. He's still having everything on his own turf, really. Boxing at his own pace mainly, but it's around in the back tall. But he just didn't seem happy with it at all there, Bastida. A little bit of a grimace, and as you say, maybe that's more frustration than anything else. A decent-looking right hand there from Kelly. Sometimes a jab, if it catches you side on, he was turning his head on the second one. It can just graze your eye. It can just scratch your eye. It's really irritating. Sometimes if the scratch your eyeball, your eye just starts streaming, and that's it. It's not watering. It's a nightmare.
Decent jab from Bastida.
Yeah, but again, there's no excuse for Kelly to be leaving that long and allowing Bastida to land that jab. He's controlling the pace, he can keep shooting that jab himself, keep him off balance, and Bastida will open up and he'll give him a shot for his power shot.
Those reflexes for Kelly still on point. Steps into it, left hand to the body, then lets his hands go. Bastida covered up fairly effectively there. Combination on the inside there from Bastida. Right hand off the back of it at the end as well. Kelly was taking his feet back. He didn't really land all that clean. He's still working in there, Lucas Bastida.
I'm watching this fight and I'm thinking, we've got to see Troy Williamson. That is a fight. That is something where you're gonna, when you talk about a rebuilding process, it's a perfect fight for him. We're at domestic level, it's a domestic rival, it's a local rival, styles blend, and the style of Troy Williamson will answer certain questions that we were wanting to wait and find out as Kelly improved from the Avanesian fight.
He's had two terrific fights for that British title, Williamson. The win against Cheeseman and then the defence against Cartwright. He was on that GB squad with Kelly. They know each other. Okay, so super middleweight and lightweight respectively, and that is very much the ambition for Kelly, to win a world title at super welter. We don't need to be talking about that yet. We know that Charlo's got all of the belts. He may move up to middleweight at some point. We expect that he probably will. You see, that Williamson fight, as you say, it is just perfect.
It's perfect. There's no excuse for it not to happen. There's no excuse for it not to happen, you know. So hopefully it gets made towards the end of this year, and you know, I don't know which way it goes. It's just a fantastic fight. It's one of those fights. I was just about to say to you, George Groves looked for counter shots as well, and he had fast counters, he had fast hands, but he had an absolutely world-class jab, and his heavy hands had find a home because of the jab that he used to work. From the same school of boxing, basically, we had him move. And Josh has got the fast twitch, he's got the sharp shooting. I'd just like to see more jab from him.
Good combination there from Kelly, landing with the left and the right. Bastida knocked onto his heels a little bit, but took it well.
Great combination.
He's brought the confidence of an undefeated fighter over with him, Bastida, although he does have that loss on his record. As I said, it was strange. He was down at welterweight where he should never really have been, and he should have been called a no contest or no decision, so I know that he really doesn't count it. And he's still stalking, still looking for Kelly, and he will do right up until the very end. Cut on the corner of the left eye there. You'd imagine that is from a head clash. The blood, though, running clear of the eye, so by the look of it, early on, that doesn't present too much of a problem for him, or at least it shouldn't do.
When you're talking about the confidence of a fight, as always unbeaten and always lost, if you know, and if people say, I lost because of this, I lost because of that, and you know, some fighters make excuses, but if it's actual reason that you shouldn't have been at that weight, you were completely, you know that wasn't you in there, so you can still have that confidence. That loss shouldn't shake you, shouldn't dent your confidence, and that might be the case with Bastida.
You can see the blood just seeping out of it. Turn southpaw there, lands a nice straight southpaw left, landed a good left hand a few seconds before that as well, and I think this will see him keep it more on the outside, possibly towards the end of this one. To the 9th round, is scheduled for 10. The WBO International Super Welterweight title on the line. It's vacant at the moment. With that, will most likely come a top 15 ranking. It doesn't always work that way. Vagaries of the sanctioning bodies are well documented.
Don't get me started on sanctioning bodies.
No, it would be a long conversation. Yeah. We'd be here for into the small hours, I think.
It doesn't want to allow Bastida to get close now, to make that cut any worse. Not just for tonight, it's not going to be a problem tonight, but I'm talking about going forward. Stick him on in that jab, don't let him get anywhere near you.
uppercut got through there from Kelly. Bastida's defended that pretty well, actually. The early stages, he landed it 2 or 3 times, Kelly, and since then, Bastida comes forward, he's kind of hunched over, but he just squeezes those forearms together when he needs to. He's the taller of the two. According to the tail of the tape, he's 6'1" and Kelly's 5'10". As is often the case, that didn't really look to be true. When you saw them standing opposite each other, there didn't look to be a 3-inch difference between them. But I've done this job. You go around doing the stats and you ask them how tall they are, they tell you. You know they're lying. Yeah. But what are you going to do? Get out a tape measure and make them stand against the wall? It's you just have to take it.
It's like me when I say I'm 5'10".
Kelly just backing up, making room for the jab. Uppercut and then the right hand.
Nice work.
Over the top was pleasing on the eye there from Kelly. Sticks that right hand and then rolls off to his left. Just coming from the cut again there, not too much of it though. Bastida just letting his hands go on the inside. And he's going to bring it right to the end here, left to the body there, just moved Kelly. Final round.
There's been some quality spots from Joe Kelly. There's been some quality spots, but if I was a school teacher, I'd say he could have done better. I understand why people feel as though there's an air of vulnerability, not just because of what happened at Venetian. Everything he does is on his own pace, and when he's taken out of pace and rushed, it doesn't look as comfortable as what he is when he's centered and just posturing and slowing the pace down.
Un gran saludo al More. ¿Cómo andás? ¿Bien? Siempre enganchado a las transmisiones de boxeo. Maravilla. En el fogón. Dándole esa fuerza al marplatense.
Bastida still prowling. He's looked to come forward all the way through this fight. Kelly just tipping at the waist, grabs hold of him, then lets him go. And through the combination, the referee just having a quick word about that. It was slightly unorthodox, shall we say.
Oh, that's a good shot underneath.
He's having a good final round here, Bastida. He's bringing it. He's got to. His corner will have told him that he needs a stoppage, and he's trying to put his foot to the floor and get as much done and land as much, give himself every possible chance.
And what? In Kelly and I don't need to keep banging on. The jab, you can just pop it out, do a little feint, it's like it kind of like gives them people opportunity to have confidence in a fight when he needs to, because he's so much on a completely different talent level to Bastida, but he's allowing, because of how he's choosing to fight and how he chooses to, and the shot selection, he allows him to become confident, becomes a competitive fight.
Good couple of punches there, though, from Kelly. Back to the ropes, fired off with the left hand and followed it up with the right. Final few seconds. He's going to go the 10 rounds here. New in this journey at super welterweight. I think he will
The 10
take
rounds will
some
do him good.
confidence from that.
Yeah, the 10 rounds will do him good. Like I said, he's been inactive. He's getting back into the swing of things.
So an embrace between these two at the end of 10. Good competitive round.
Here are the score totals. Kenny Pringle had it 98-92. Steve Gray 99-92. Kevin McIntyre 96-95. All in favor of your winner by unanimous decision and the new WBO International Super Welterweight Champion. Let's hear it for Josh Kelly.
Y ahí estuvieron las tarjetas 98-92. Ahí estuvieron las tarjetas 99-91, 98-92 y la otra no alcancé a escuchar, pero fallo unánime para este inglés que se quedó con este título que lo ayuda a rankear, a estar presente dentro de los Super Welters y a tenerlo en consideración, insisto, un muy buen
for us to see online,
buen
and so there was
boxeador,
obstacles that had to get over tonight, and he got through them, you know.
Bueno, amigos de Boxeo Maravilla, como les dije, se perdió ante un rival muy, pero muy competitivo, así que es la primera experiencia internacional de Lucas, que seguramente lo va a llenar de experiencia, y estuvo a la altura de una velada mundialista. Bueno, amigos de Boxeo Maravilla, me voy despidiendo, que se cortó la transmisión. Los dejo con Luceros, el ojo daltónico. Chau, chau.
Hoy me hablas de amores y traiciones. Ponete a mi lado, corsario, que a mí se me vuelan todos los gorriones. Te sigo esperando sentado en mi mesita del Miravalle. Te sigo esperando sentado.